Please indulge us once again as we offer our thanks to some heralds of the end times. Pavel Boyanovsky, known as Mr. Chicken. Matthew Melksham. Shane Dundon. Charlotte Perrell. And Tom Langham. For your loyal support, we are eternally grateful.
Great eggs, Pam.
How'd you like your steak? I went to that new place up by Grand Central.
Sure, it was just swell. Right, gotta go. See you later, kids.
See you later, darling.
Heat wave looks set to continue. So keep out of the sun. Remember to hydrate. Stay cool. Listen to WDAP New York. This next one goes out to the boys.
Oh, I love this one. Oh, your daddy must have forgotten his keys again. Kids, hurry up and finish your breakfast or you'll be late for school. Oh, good morning, Mr. Carter. What can I do?
Make it stop.
Oh, God, please. Don't hurt us, please.
I can't take it anymore. Make it stop.
Oh, God, he's got a knife. Kids, get in your room.
Somebody make it stop.
His arms are sleeping, and soon dawn will come creeping with her. Lula, 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 lullaby.
The Apocalypse Players present The Afflicted, from Reckoning of the Dead by Noah Lloyd and Matt Ryan, with Dominic Allen as Detective Rusty Steele, Danann McAleer as Detective John Caramel, Joseph Chance as Detective Lorenzo Ferrari, and Dan Wheeler as your Keeper of Arcane Lore. Part 2. The Third Man. Detective Lorenzo Ferrari of the NYPD, 13th Precinct. If Detective Steele is tough and Detective Carmel is smooth, then the one word that describes you is fast. We encounter you first thing on Monday morning, 29th of August, 1947. In the middle of the worst heat wave the city has known for decades. It's so hot that you leave your apartment or your house, wherever you live, and by the time you arrive at the station, your shirt is wet through. You would be showering twice a day, but you're on a water meter, so you can't afford it.
Damn straight.
The back of your neck just feels gritty the whole time from this oppressive heat. And it's all anyone can talk about is this heat wave. It's quite oppressive in the city at the moment. The city's sort of been flooded with GIs, not like you, who, got invalided out a few years back, but people who saw several years of service. And suddenly the city's flooded with these men filled with testosterone, a little bit of PTSD, don't really know what to do with themselves. And it's been a busy summer. And you're in the busiest precinct in the city. You usually work with a partner. He's the brainy one in the precinct, but he hasn't made it in this morning, so you're on your own today. We should work out his name, your partner, who's not here. So he would be the brainy one.
Yeah. So he's
Bright? What about Bright?
Bright. Love it. Bright.
Tell me, how have you got to work this morning?
I guess quick check on my credit rating. Yeah. 40. I've got 40 credit rating. So yeah, I think I don't drive. I think I walk a couple of blocks and then I take the bus. Because I like to read on the bus. Usually just catching up with a few bits of paperwork, that sort of thing. The papers, a few articles, that sort of thing. Always pays to have something to talk to the boss about when I get in. So yeah, that's how I go in.
So you got the bus in this morning as usual, but you couldn't quite focus on what you were reading because you were kept coming back to that dream you had last night. It was odd, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Tell me a bit about it.
I was trying to get through the park to the bench. It was the happiest moment of my life on that bench. Me and Tina. Must have been, I was 18. Oh, my whole life ahead of me. And I never thought she'd sit down with me and kiss me the way she did. But I can't quite get to the bench because I can't quite remember where it is. And I go to the Oriental Gardens and I see the red pagoda and I think, of course, it's just over there. And I get over to the bridge and then there's just pathways everywhere and there are all these petals falling. And then steadily everything starts to fall to pieces. Everything's melting in the heat. And it's like the bomb. And I'm trying to run to this bench. I'm trying to outrun the atom bomb. And I know I'm not going to make it, but I just keep trying to run faster and faster and faster to get over to that bench, get back to that spot. And then I woke up. Or at least I thought I did. Maybe there was a little something just before the end there. Did I see something maybe?
Yeah, you've had this dream before, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's sort of never been quite like this before, has it? You've never got that close to the bench.
No.
You got to the point where you could almost see her on the bench. You could certainly see a figure on the bench. And just before you woke up, you saw her face. And it wasn't her. You thought it was until she looked up. She had that same interesting sort of headscarf that she always wears. You know, tied in a double knot at the front. And then just as you got near, she looked up and she smiled, and her smile was just a bit too wide. And that was the moment when you woke up, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
So that's preying on your mind, I think, on the bus on the way in. But still, you get there early, as you always do, I think. You're generally early.
Oh, yeah.
So I think you make your way in quietly, and you're already at your desk at work when you hear the precincts start to get busy and the people sort of turn up at the usual time. You hear Cindy sort of leave the typing pool, and she just sort of says to one of her friends,
"Oh, I want to try and catch Carmel when he comes in. He usually gets in this kind of time."
You hear her sort of her high-heeled shoes click, 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 click down the stone floor of the hallway out of the precinct. It's a lovely old stone building. It's actually it's relatively cool in here compared to your apartment. And then you hear the doors go, and you hear Steele and Carmel come in, and they're chatting.
You want to cut it with that? You want one of these? They're better for you.
He's kept me alive so far.
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear enough. You want to hand up the stairs, old man?
Go fuck yourself.
But you hear them go into the chief's office. You hear him say,
Steele, Carmel, get in here.
The door's closed. You hear at some point Steele's voice saying,
Leave it and wait till it's murder, then I'll be interested.
You hear, and then the door slams again.
All right, Caramel, let's get down there and crack some skulls.
Sounds about right, Steele.
They're gone, and you get your head down, just sort of finishing off the paperwork from the case that you did. It's Monday morning, by the way, and normally you'd get everything done, but you had to clock off a little bit early on Friday. Maybe get home, look after your mother. She's not well.
Yeah, she's been sick.
So you're finishing off that casework that you were doing on Friday. What was that case again?
That was a fraud guy. That was a traveling salesman, a Bible salesman. Yeah, he seemed to be following an old MO. Someone had reported that he was using the same kind of tactics as a legend in the business by the name of Cubby.
Oh, yeah. Clarence Barnard.
Clarence Barnard, using some of the same techniques, and there was an outlandish suggestion that it was a cop who'd picked up on this, but it's kind of going nowhere. So I'm just killing it off, basically, for the boss, making sure it gets off our desks.
So you've literally just sort of dotted the I's and crossed the T's on that case, and then you hear the chief yell, "Ferrari, get in here! Get your ass in here now!"
Sure thing, Chief.
And you walk in, and he's sat behind his desk, sort of kind of red in the face, smoking a cigar. You recognize it as one of Carmel's cigars, one of Steele's cigars.
Yeah, didn't go so well for those guys.
And he says, "Oh, I've got to remember how he talks now. He's probably going to sound completely different in alternate episodes." Anyway, that doesn't matter. And he says, "Oh, Christ, Ferrari, I hate to do this to you. It was a quiet morning when Steele and Carmel came in, and I should have given that case to you. This one, I know this ain't your kind of thing, and normally I hate to send you in without your partner. You heard from him this morning?"
Yeah, he's got a head cold still. Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, his wife called, said he's not sleeping right. First time I heard of a cop not coming in because he's not sleeping right. But yeah, Bright's not gonna make it in today, so looks like you're on your own. But we got a hostage situation downtown. I've fallen into the same trap where I don't know the name of any roads or where we are in New York. We got a hostage situation downtown on 37 and 48th.
Yeah, it's one hell of a street, that. goes all the way up and all the way down.
Oh, it's non-Euclidean.
It's got all the straight lines you could need.
I've never even been to New York.
Have you not?
No.
Wow.
What do we think?
37th and Rye.
37th and Rye. Perfect. Yeah. It's on 37th and Rye. So, yeah, you're going to need you down there. There's a guy, let me look, and he's going through papers. Carter, his name's Carter. He's got a couple of hostages. I don't know what the deal is, but you got to get down there now. And there's beat cops already there, but we need a detective on the case.
Sure. You know anything else about the details, or?
Oh, that's all I got. I just got the call now. It sounds like a hell of a situation down there, but, I know I need someone down there fast. And, you're the man for the job, right?
I'm your man. No problem.
All right, get out of here.
It's okay. I won't take the bus.
He screws up a piece of paper and throws it at your head. Give me a dex roll.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll try and catch that, right? That's a 0-4.
Okay, well, you tell me what you do. You more than catch it.
I think I wait right to the last second, and I just put my hand up and I take it, and then I just toss it back towards the bin or the trash can.
Lovely. And it lands, swoosh, doesn't touch the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like to see.
Still got it, Chief.
Reactions like a fox. No, reactions like a bat. Whatever it is. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. You're wasting my time.
I'm gone. I put my hat back on despite the heat. And I dash out, lighting a cigarette as I go. Pick up the jacket, of course, but just tuck it over the arm. Double check I've got the rounds in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously holstered pistol.
Okay, well, you head down there to
37th.
37th, whatever that is.
Can I take a patrol car? Or
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think I'm much of a driver. 20% by the looks of things. Yeah.
That's fine. The others did, so you're welcome to.
Yeah, I'll take a patrol car to cut the because I thought, and of course, as I stop at the entrance to the garage, I There's a guy in there, isn't there? It's Frankie's on the kiosk with the barrier. You know, in his practically 1920s uniform still. Traffic cop. And I say, hey Frankie, what's the quickest way to 37th on Rye?
Hey, Renzo, you want to take, 31st and then turn right up Madison.
31st, this time of day up Madison? Are you crazy? And then I just...
Hey, you ask me. You do what you like.
I draw off and I chuck him a dollar bill as I... That's a joke. It's a joke between us, because obviously, like, there is no fast way to anywhere out of this crazy city.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, especially this time in the morning.
Yeah.
It's the tail end of rush hour.
But it's to hide my nerves, because the dreams got me discombobulated, and I just chain smoke another cigarette as I get held up on 48th. Mm-hmm. And I try and cut down onto the avenue, and then back onto 37th.
Yeah, and that dream is still preying on your mind, and it's her face. Tina, you said. Tina, is her name?
It's Tina DeLuca.
Tina DeLuca. It's Tina's face, or whoever's face was on who you thought was Tina.
The smile's too wide.
Yeah. That's still preying on your mind as you pull up outside this brownstone. It's not like a big tenement building. It's like I guess what we'd call a terraced house. It looks quite nice.
But classic brownstone, yeah.
Yeah, classic brownstone. You're not sure whether it's broken up into flats or...
This part of town, hard to say.
Probably broken up into flats in this part of town. And there's a crowd sort of formed around the building. Not a massive crowd, but like a couple of dozen people. And you can already see a couple of patrol cars there and a couple of sort of regular police officers sort of standing around looking slightly unsure of what to do.
As I get out of the car, I realize that my shoelace is undone. It just happens to me. It's all the time. It just seems to happen. And I put the jacket on reluctantly in the heat, but I bend down to tie up my shoelace, trying to take in the scene. Anything, so I can see our guys, right? The Flatfoots.
You can see our guys, yeah. And as you've bent down tying your shoelaces up, you hear a voice yell,
"Stay away! Get out of here! I'll kill everyone inside! Get away! I'm gonna kill everyone! Turn that goddamn music off!"
I do that thing where I'm already at the crowd. I've just kind of gone forward really fast.
Sure.
From that starting, almost like a sprint position, and then And do I recognise, is it Carter who's our guy, or is Carter the name of the...
Carter is the guy the chief gave you the name Carter, as it's supposedly being the hostage taker.
Yeah, he's the potential perp.
The potential perp, exactly.
And I'm kind to use the word potential there.
Mm.
I mean, if this was Steele and Carmel, it would be the perp. I know that. But I like to I'm so fast, I can make a judgment after the moment. So I'm going to say maybe it's potential.
Yeah. But certainly you just heard someone yell that if you don't stay away, he'll kill everyone inside. So maybe that judgment's being made.
Yeah. So is there a constable there I can talk to?
Yeah. It's...
I flash my badge over the because I'm quite tall, and once I reach up to height, go, Constable, hey, DC here.
Oh, hey, good to see you.
What do we got?
Hey, this guy's really kicking off. He's saying he's asking us to turn the music off, but nobody can hear no music.
I told you to turn the music off.
He yells out the window again.
I take my handkerchief out and wipe the sweat off my brow. It's immediately replaced, of course, by another bead of sweat.
Yeah.
And that's my third handkerchief of the day. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And Officer Green, for it is he, says, wow, it's hotter than a goat's beard out here today, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have gone with a whorehouse in Beirut or something. I don't know, but sure.
Oh, I thought less of that language.
Oh, hey, come on. Now listen,
Hey, I don't mind a whorehouse, but I feel that's racial stereotype you're making there about the people from the Lebanon.
Pretty sure they don't have whores out there. It's kind of much more religious people, but it's kind of like it's a joke. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no wonder it's so hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's the joke. Oh.
Too complicated. Spend too much time with Bright. That's the problem.
Where is Bright this morning?
He's got a head cold. So you sure there's no music? You check both sides, right?
Hey, you check it out yourself, but there don't seem to be no music.
Oh, God. Will somebody turn the fucking music off?
You can hear this voice still coming out the window.
Who's he got in there?
I don't know. I think it might be a family in the next apartment. This broad over there says she knows him. And he points out a young lady, maybe early 20s, with sort of long blonde hair, loose.
I walk straight over to her.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh.
You know the gentleman inside?
My boyfriend, Peter Carter.
Mr. Carter, of course. What's your name, ma'am?
Peggy Wheeler.
My name is Detective Ferrari. We're going to try and make this go as smoothly as we possibly can.
Don't hurt him. Please don't hurt him. He's a nice guy. I don't know what's going on.
You know who he's got in there?
Yeah, it's the family in the next apartment.
You friends with them?
We don't really know them very well, but yeah, they...
Did you hear this music, ma'am?
No, I don't know what he's talking about. But he's been acting strangely for a few days.
Oh yeah, tell me more.
Oh, I don't know, just maybe Saturday, Sunday, over the weekend, he's been just kind of distracted and talking about the music, but I haven't been able to hear it.
You can't hear nothing now, right?
No.
All right, Ms. Wheeler, is it?
That's right.
Okay, listen, everything's going to be all right. We might need to come back to you. We might need you for this because, we don't want him to lose his temper, lose his cool.
Of course.
It's a very hot day. It's not going to help.
He's such a sweet guy. I don't know what came over him.
Sure, I understand. Could you come with me back to the constable? Is that all right? So that we can stick close?
Sure.
Constable, can you make sure... Can we get a drink for Miss Wheeler? We might need her. Is it just you?
You're talking to the Officer Green?
Yeah. I'm sort of I'm ushing her back to Officer Green.
Oh, no. We got Billy over here as well. He can get her a drink.
Yeah. I think that would be a good idea. All these people, they want to hang around here. You want these people watching us? Is this good?
Oh,
I guess there's nothing we can do about crowd control, right? There's not enough of us.
Yeah, maybe we can... maybe we'll... No, yeah, of course, Detective. Maybe we'll see if we can move him back a bit.
Right, well, maybe let's keep him here for one more. Anyone around back? You send anyone around back? Billy, is he going around? I guess it's too hard to get to, huh?
Yeah, it's quite a long sort of street, so this is...
It's the terrace, right? It's brownstone terraces, yeah, I know the type. Big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's no obvious... I mean, there probably is a way you can get around back. You could go back, potentially you could go in someone else's door and out, sort of out the back, if there's a yard out back, maybe.
Did she point at which building? Was it the building on the right that she pointed to? The family that was taken hostage?
She didn't, but she sort of implied that it was like the next apartment, she said, as if the big house has been subdivided.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I get you. Okay, I'm going to try and see if there's a way around back, see if I can just double check there's no music that I can hear. You just keep everything cool here, okay? Green? I'm going to be a couple of minutes.
Get these people out of here. Get away from me. I'll kill everyone in here. Turn your fucking music off.
Okay, I'll say something. Mr. Carter, my name's Detective Ferrari.
Yeah? You gonna turn the goddamn music off?
Yeah, you can hear me. I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to make sure that this music isn't bothering you. At the same time, I'm gonna need you to help me, all right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to hurt anybody.
No.
We're gonna do everything we can to turn this music off.
Get that goddamn music off now.
Sure thing. Okay, you give us a couple of minutes. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, the horns. She's so whining.
I turn to Green and it's very sotto voce saying, total whack job. I've seen this before. People lose it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like after the wars, people been through a lot.
It's the...
I'm like, I got shot, right? I understand.
I think it's the heat.
The heat doesn't help. Okay, just keep everybody calm, Green. Watch Billy. I know that he's gets a little cocky about this stuff. Okay, I'm going to go through this house on the right here if I can, and I'm going to check out the back, see what we've got. I'll be right back. 2 minutes, okay? Mm-hmm. You look after Miss Wheeler.
Oh.
And then I'll go straight up to the right-hand house.
Okay.
Can I see anything sort of through the windows or anything? Is anyone sort of looking? Or?
So the house to the right of the one that Carter's in.
Yeah.
Nothing obvious. You can't see anything obvious from the windows.
Try the front door.
You try the? Did you say you try the front door?
Yeah.
No answer at first, but when you knock on it...
Oh, I was just going to try opening it.
Oh, okay.
Locked?
No.
So I'll open it, just push it to you and then gently knock on the wall and say, "Excuse me, anyone in?"
There's a voice behind you from the crowd saying, Hey, what you doing? That's my place.
Hey, shh, keep it down. You live here?
Yeah. And this guy runs up, sort of guy in his 40s.
All right, do you want to accompany me inside? I need to see whether there's egress into the building from the rear.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess you might be able to jump the fence in the yard.
Let's have a look. You walk me through here, if that's all right with you, sir.
Yeah. So he does. He walks you through, and you assume it's a mirror of the house next door. So it's sort of like potentially.
That's what I was assuming.
Yeah. So it's got a kind of sort of hallway. That looks like there's a door into like a down. Maybe the whole lower floor is an apartment, and then a stairway that goes up. But he takes you through, out like a sort of fire door out the back. Kind of straight through into a small yard with like a swing set.
You ever been next door, mister?
No. People around here sort of keep themselves to themselves.
I look at the chairs, and my gaze is held slightly too long, and I'm thinking about the bench. Yeah, and then I sort of shake it off. Sometimes my eyes do this. I've got blue eyes, which is slightly unusual. Very dark hair and blue eyes.
Northern Italian.
Northern Italian. And I've got this sort of thing where sometimes, instead of doing what I think is a smouldering look, I'm actually doing a kind of weirdly overly intense, like a priest look. And I've just done it there. And I snap out of it and I go, "Hey, sorry. You been next door?"
No, like I said, people around here, they keep themselves to themselves.
Sure. Good.
Is that all, Detective? Can
one moment. Does it look like I can just kind of get a peek over the fence, or maybe pull a chair over and have a look?
Yeah, you could pull a chair over.
Is there a door?
Into the back of the building?
Yeah.
There is. Same as this. Yeah.
Hey, mister, do you lock your door? Your back door?
Oh, well, at night we do.
Yeah, not so much during the day.
No.
Okay. Thanks very much. You get back. You get back into the house now, please. Thank you.
Sure thing. Thank you, Detective.
And the moment he goes back in, I'll climb over the fence into the back garden.
Sure. So, I think I'll let you do that without a climb roll. It's just climbing over a fence.
I mean, I'm going to use the chair, but obviously on the other side, I might need to climb down.
Well, that's the only thing is like dropping down the other side. Yeah, why don't you... Well, are you hoping that you're going to do it quietly and unnoticed?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you could give me a climb roll or a stealth roll. Be happy with either of those. Or a hard dex.
I better bring up the base character sheet there. I mean, I think hard dex is probably still going to be better for me. Because both of those, I seem to recall, are not... Climb's 20, isn't it? Climb's 20.
I think the base on both is probably 20.
I'm going to try a hard dex. 35 to play for, here. That is an 18. Woo.
Hey, great. Okay, so you, well, tell me how you vault this fence soundlessly.
I climb up on the chair, and then I get 1 foot up, and I just watch the back windows for sort of like a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I do the vault and drop down. And I imagine jazz drums, I think, at that point.
Yeah. And you land in some
shit,
long grass, and it's just like
some dog shit.
Some silent dog shit.
Yeah.
You land in some sort of long grass, just sort of as you land.
Nice.
And because that was such a lovely little dex roll, I'm going to give you a special little treat that you can see the back door is propped open.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go.
Not like wide, but like for a draft, just ajar.
So I'll take my hat off, do one last wipe, put the hat back on. Presumably finish the cigarette that I've kept nonchalantly in my mouth throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Put that in the garden border, and then
give me a luck roll.
Sneak. Oh yeah. Maybe I'm moving while I do all of that. Yeah, maybe I wasn't. Ooh, that's a fail. 59 out of 55.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just
yeah.
Just leave that with me.
Yeah. I'll shoot you in a second. Yeah.
So fine. Carry on.
And I sneak over to the back door, next to the wall, looking through the gap if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear any music?
No.
Shall I do a listen check, just to check?
Oh, yeah, by all means.
It's like now I'm away from the crowd, I just want to double check. See if there's some kind of weirdness going on, whether like someone's playing a violin or something. I don't know why it would be a violin. No, it's 58 on, I think it's 35.
You want to push it? Or spend some luck? You haven't got much luck, have you?
Not enough to spend. I think 58, too high. No, I mean, if I can't hear it, I can't hear it. I mean, I can still hear, obviously, the ambience, but, it can't be that loud, so...
No, so you can hear...
What's his problem? He's crazy.
Yeah, you can still hear the street. You can still hear cars from the street. You can just about hear the voice of Peter Carter sort of still yelling,
oh, Get him away from here. Oh, turn that goddamn music off. Oh, my ears.
And just sort of, you can't quite make out the words, but you kind of know what the vibe is by now.
Mm. Guy's crazy. I say it to myself under my breath, guy's crazy. He's got to be crazy. I bet he served. And then I'm going to sneak in.
Great.
I will try and go stealthily. Is it 20? Or is it 15? Stealth 20. Good luck, everyone.
Oh, you can have a bonus die because he's very distracted and, there is a fair amount of noise.
Sweet. Do you know what? I realise I've also been rolling I haven't been rolling my prime dice there. That might explain a lot. I didn't have my lucky broken die. So, bonus die time. Here we go. Thank you for the bonus die, because that is a 15.
Great. So yeah, you're moving silently. So you tell me where you want to go.
Well, obviously, I never actually got down to the ground. I got stuck in the tree, but I done really well in the training.
Basic.
Yeah. Basic. I'd been commended for my stealth maneuvers. For such a big guy and such a clumsy eater. They always used to say, hey, why is there so much mustard on your goddamn uniform? When I say that's not mustard, that's mayonnaise. Get it right. He said, hey, with a mind like that, you should be a cop, but you're a soldier. Get in the game.
What would it be? What would the Italian sauce? What would it be?
Yeah, it would be oregano sauce. What? I'm rubbish. I don't know.
Maybe it'd be what's striacella? What's striacella? What's that?
It's ice cream. It's not. It's ice cream. No, striacella. Actually, I can't remember.
I got to look it up now. Oh, stracciatella, an egg drop soup popular in central Italy. One name, 3 different foods. It can refer to It can refer to a Roman soup, a cheese from Puglia, or a gelato flavour from Lombardy.
Don't talk to me about Lombardy. Ah, the girls in Lombardy.
So yeah, I think you do say it's, no, it's stracciatella.
I shake this memory off as I reach the... I just want to find the stairs, really.
Yeah, well, they're easy to find.
But I'm going to do that thing that Grandpappy Paolo always used to say. Take in the little details as you go. Don't linger. Don't slow down. But take them in as you go. So I'm going to cast my eyes left and right as I can imagine I might be passing other rooms.
Yeah, it's kind of featureless.
No collections of smashed instruments lying somewhere in sight?
No. And you sort of make your way to the stairs and you head up. It looked like he was on the what Americans would call the third story, what we would call the second, right? It's a sort of, quite a square building with basically 3 sets of windows, ground, well, first, second, third. And you make your way up. And as you get closer to the top floor, you can hear his voice louder now, still going,
Turn the goddamn music off.
and he's doing less shouting and it's become a bit more internal now, a bit more moaning rather than shouting. Sounds like he's really pained. But you still can't hear any music.
So I'm gonna press on up, and I'm gonna try and get to a position where I can see if the door into the room is open or not, and that will change everything for me. If it's closed, I think I've only got one option. But if it's open, that's a bit different.
So you get to say the top of the stairs. So you just sort of poke your head up.
Yeah, I just want to.
And then why don't you give me a luck roll?
This is what it all hinges on. 71.
That door is closed, but you can tell which door it is. Well, let me be a bit more specific. There are 2 doors on this floor. The two locked doors. These look like 2 separate apartments.
Yeah.
They're both closed, and you can hear him from behind one of them.
Yeah. So I'm going to go and try the other door.
Mm-hmm.
And is that locked?
No, it's unlocked.
So I'm going to just gently open that and stick my head round. See if there's any sort of whimpering children or old dears, hiding out.
Nothing. Doesn't appear to be anyone here.
And this appears to be the apartment opposite his apartment, or the apartment which he is currently occupying.
Opposite the apartment he is currently occupying would be the most accurate way to describe it.
Any photographs of anybody? Any indication of sort of numbers of children's clothes or different sets of beds, or just I'll do a little swoop through.
Great. Okay. So, in a sort of cursory scout around, I think. Well, you can give me an intelligence roll. Yeah, give me an intelligence or idea roll.
Idea is still better than spot hidden, but only just. Idea, right? 50 on a 50. Okay, here we go. That's a 29.
Well, it's fairly obvious to you, with your police detective's eyes, that this is a single man's apartment.
Interesting. So, either the hostage or or Mr. Carter. No photos anywhere.
Yeah, if you're looking for photos, by the bed there's a photo that you recognise as Peggy Wheeler, who you met outside.
So logic suggests, hey, I don't want to sound too much like Bright here, but Bright would probably go into some kind of ecstasy about what the heck is going on here psychologically. But what I have here is this guy was in here, and now he's gone next door and taken the guy next door, or the family next door. So he's in the family's apartment.
That's certainly how it appears to you. I think that would be a logical assumption from what you've seen.
So if this is his apartment, I'd like to know more. Anything else? Reading material, like anarchist pamphlets, war uniform in the closet. War uniform. GI's uniform is what I meant.
A war uniform. Yeah.
I'd like to know if there's a war uniform in here.
Yeah, he's got a sort of Civil War.
The problem with moving fast, Ferrari thinks fast, but sometimes he just doesn't really think at all.
Yeah, he's got plate mail from the 100 Years' War.
Perfectly standard, that's fine.
No, there's nothing military. There's nothing military here at all.
Any boxing championship awards? Any marksmanship?
No, there's nothing particularly defined. There are some books. There's a record player in the corner of the room. There's a picture of Peggy. There's some other pictures of potentially family members or friends. A couple of magazines lying around. Clothes.
See, now I'm really tempted to put a record on and then turn it off. But he might go crazy. That's the problem with crazies. They might go crazier. Whatever you do. I'm going to go over to the front window. If there are curtains, I'm going to draw them.
Remind me, draw them is open or close them?
Open them. Draw them open. Yeah, I suppose draw the curtains, close the curtains. Yeah, draw the curtains open.
You're going to open... I think you draw them to close them, don't you?
You draw them closed. So what do you do when you open them?
Open them.
You pull them open. You open the curtains, draw the curtains.
And then you draw them. I don't know.
You're probably right. I'm sorry.
Tell me, how fast do you draw them? Maybe you should give me a fast draw roll.
Nice. That's probably why I said draw, you see. I'm going to open the curtain and then I'm going to open the window if I can.
Sure, yeah. You can. It's the curtains are fairly ordinary curtains, and the window is like a sash window.
I'm just going to lean out a tiny little bit, because the window's open next door, right, isn't it? As I understand it.
Yeah. And there's actually 3 windows. So you're in one, and then there's one which is sort of at the top of the stairs, and then there's another one on the other side, which is...
Yeah. I'm not going to try and climb out. I'm fast, but I'm not stupid. Well, I'm not reckless.
Fine. You can see from the window that Green and Billy, Officer Green and Officer Billy Piper, are moving. They sort of finally got the idea that they want to move the crowd back a bit, and they're sort of ushering people back. But you can still see, at that moment, you see Peggy Wheeler sort of break through the sort of cordon that they've set up, and run back to the house and yell up to Peter.
Peter, don't hurt them.
No, so, well, while that distraction's going on, I will, in which case I'll take that and I'll go straight across to the other room and I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
It's as bold as that.
Give me a listen roll.
Oh yeah, as I go.
Well, as you knock.
I'm going to spend... Oh no, I don't have spin luck. 35 listen. I was going to say it's a 20. It's a 23. It's 23 on a 35.
Fantastic. So when you knock, you hear a sort of whimpering, like, and it's almost like the whimpering, and several people. It sounds like, and because you passed a listen roll, it sounds like a couple of kids and maybe a woman, and the whimpering sort of gets louder when you knock on the door.
Is there any other noise after a moment?
You can still hear Carter sort of ranting and raving, basically, and moaning. He sort of hasn't reacted to your knock on the door, seemingly.
In which case, I'll give it a beat, and if there's still no reaction, I'll try the door, but very slowly. It's just not my natural tendency, but I'll go slowly as I possibly can.
Fine, yeah. Okay, so you turn the door handle.
Mm-hmm.
The door is unlocked. Do you open the door?
I will do that thing where I open it a fraction.
So you open it enough so you can see Carter by the window.
So it sort of opens that way. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, nightmare.
So you can see Carter by the window with his back to you. And now you can hear more clearly. There's like a woman and 2 children You can't quite see them, but it sounds like them.
And does he have another person with him? Does he got anyone sort of by the neck and with a gun against their heads?
No. Give me spot hidden.
That is a 35 on a 45.
He's got a knife in his hand, looks like a big kitchen knife.
Yeah, it's a 45, yeah. Okay, right, nice. In which case, I will open this door wide enough to allow... How big is the woman?
Well, you can see her now. Very average.
Very average. Basically, is it going to make any noise? I'm going to take that risk where I'm going to see if it's going to make any noise. I'm just going to push it. In this awful moment, there's beads of sweat coming off my brow.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to try and get this door to open wide enough and see if I can try and usher these two kids and this woman out. And that's it, right? There's those three people.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. What am I going to get you to roll for this? I feel like I'm doing getting you to roll a lot of stealth rolls. It's probably not all luck rolls.
Should I try and charm them out?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if you manage to...
I think I might, do a big beaming smile and go... and gesture with my hand and it's a very Italian moment where I go, hey, come to me. Let's just get away with it.
Yeah. How wide is that smile, though?
That's what I was thinking. And I feel the width of my smile as I'm doing it. And I think, oh, God, why is that dream still with me, even in this moment of all moments?
They look at you with
dread,
these pleading eyes, and you can see that the woman appears to be tied to a chair.
I just put my hand out in a gesture of, I understand, almost priestly in that moment. It's like, okay, you stay there. The kid's tied as well?
No.
In which case, I step into the room between them, if that's possible, and him at the window.
Well, I think you'd have to move quite fast. So he is sort of, yeah. So it's like door, chair, him.
Door, chair, him. Oh, okay, right. So this all sort of all going away from me. I get you now.
Kind of on an L. You open the door and the chair is sort of straight in front of the door.
In which case, I will try the dash.
Okay.
I will try the dash to the position where I'm blocking them, and I'm going to trust to this fast draw roll if I need it, because I'm not going to pull the gun.
Fine.
I'm gonna dash to that position, as obvious as you like, and I'm there.
Before you do, I will give you the offer. I will give you the offer of if you did want to try and charm the kids out, because obviously they're reluctant. They see you smiling, your big broad smile, but they're kind of clinging on to their mother, who looks white as a sheet, and she's tied to this chair. But if you wanted to try and sort of charm them out the door before you dash in, you're welcome to, or you just dash in.
It's such a good offer that I feel like as I'm about to do that, I see the kids there and they're loose, and I slip my hand into my pocket and I get my
cigarettes.
I get a little I was going to say, what have I got in there? I think I like a licorice twist.
Yeah.
And I've got a licorice twist in there. No, that's too obvious. Do you know what it is? It's my badge. I've got my badge, and I get my badge out and I show them the badge, and I hand it to them to say, you take the badge.
I think give me a charm roll.
And I wink.
What is it?
It's a 62, which is 12 over. It seems like quite a lot of luck, but I think I'm going to spend it.
Okay.
Because they're kids. And I feel like we'd be getting off to a bad start. So I'm going to spend 12.
You don't like that, do you? You don't like spending big bits of luck, especially not early on like this.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. And I'm thinking, I've got 2 hours to go, maybe, depending on abscesses. Your tooth abscess, I mean, rather than my stomach abscess.
Oh, dear.
Or indeed my psychological abscess. So that's down to 43.
Ooh. Ouch. Well, the kids see your badge and they look at their mother.
Crucial.
And her eyes get wide and she nods at them and indicates that they should go with you. And they do, quietly. They're smart. and they sort of tiptoe their way to the door.
Yeah, but so now they're going to have to get out. That's a disaster. Okay, but let's try and get them out.
Well, I mean, I think you could. They're not tiny kids.
No, I think I'll get them to the top of the stair, and I'll say, "You go down and report to Officer Green. You go down to the front door and wait, and whatever you hear, don't worry, everything's going to be okay." But really soft.
So you've told them to go out the front door.
Shit! Now I'm thinking that he's going to see them, isn't he? He's just going to see them. And I say, wait. Damn it! Oh, and it's that moment. Think fast, Ferrari. Think fast. You go down, out through the back door.
Their faces wet with tears. They nod at you and they glance back at their mother, but then they make their way down the stairs.
And you wait in that garden for me and your mother. That's what I say. And without looking back at them, I walk back over to the door, ready to pull my gun. But is he still occupied?
He's leaning out the window saying,
Get out of here, Peggy. Get out of here. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
and he's holding his knife up. And you sort of his hand shaking and you don't quite know what he's going to do with it.
It's the perfect moment for me to do the dash in.
Great. I guess that's a dex roll?
Yep. That's a 36. That's not quite a hard.
Oh, fantastic. That's enough. So, yeah. I think because you're going for speed rather than stealth, you arrive there exactly between the woman in the chair and Carter, and he hears you, and he spins round with his knife.
What the hell?
All right.
What the hell?
It's okay.
I asked you to turn that goddamn music off.
I've turned the record player off.
I can still hear.
I went into your room and I turned the record player off. I've done it.
The horns.
Look, I'm not armed.
I can still hear them.
You can hear what?
The horns. The whining horns. Turn it off. Turn the goddamn music off.
All right. None of us can hear the music. I'm real sorry. It's turned off. I went in, I checked your record player. It's not playing. I've turned it off.
And not my record player. It's coming from somewhere else.
Can you do a psychology roll on him?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think he's crazy, but he's so consistent with his obsession that it's unnerving me. That is a massive fail, 85 on my 35 psychology. I'm not going to push the roll.
No, you get the feeling he believes what he's saying, but you can't really go beyond that. You certainly couldn't diagnose him with any kind of condition.
That's when I need Bright. This Bright should be here. Goddamn head cold.
Yeah.
It's not like him to call in sick though, so when he does, he's real sick. I'm putting on my New York there to try and toughen myself up, when the truth is I'm not even that New York. Okay. Mr. Carter, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you know my name?
Peter. I met your charming girlfriend, Peggy.
Peggy? Yeah? What'd she say?
She's real worried about you.
Yeah?
Yeah? What you got a knife? Why you got this lady tied up?
I need someone to turn the music off and no one will do it.
Well, why don't we take you downtown and we can talk about how we can get you out of here. Then you won't be able to hear the music.
Oh, I don't know.
Get you to talk to a nice nurse. Get you some cool air. Some refrigerated air. They've got that now down in these clinics.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got a nice sandwich, a nice root beer. You'll cool down.
What?
We put that knife down. We can forget all about this. We can talk about it in a nice, clean, quiet place.
This sounds a lot like another charm roll.
He's not really thinking it through. It's a 44 and a 50.
Okay. So he He lowers the knife. He doesn't let go of it, but he lowers the knife and says,
yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I do just gotta get out of here. I don't know where the music's coming from, though. You gotta make it stop.
All right, so first things first, we're going to let this lovely lady go. And then you and me will head downtown. Yeah?
All right.
You want to throw me that knife there? I'll cut these ropes.
No, you're turning music up or something. I'm hanging on to this until I know the music's gonna stop.
All right. Well, I'll untie you. I hope I can remember my old scout knots. You look like...
Yeah, it's a reef knot.
Oh, reef knot. Oh, you know your stuff. You look like you know what you're doing. But I presume that I'm talking to a man, with haggard expression, deep bags under the eyes.
That's exactly what you're looking at. Yeah, he's just like, his eyes look completely bloodshot and like these huge bags, like he hasn't slept in 3 days.
Possibly like he's listened to music for 3 days and he can't sleep. Okay, so I'm going to tentatively back away and then just start untying the knots as best I can, while at the same time, like, just glancing down, glancing back up at him, glancing down, glancing back up at him. And I'm going to say while I'm doing it, your kids are out back. You need to go and get them. I'll make sure it's okay. You go out the front. You understand? But nice, but softly. All right. And then I'm just going to work on the knots. Sweating, my hands, my palms slick with the sweat. And once I've done that, I'll give her a squeeze on the wrist and then let her go.
And she does. She runs for the door and down the stairs.
All right, Peter, this is the best situation we could possibly have here. But I am going to have to ask you to put that knife down. If we're going to go out of here together.
The music's so loud.
Okay, I'm sure it is. I'm real sorry that I can't hear that too.
Oh, how can't you hear it? It's so piercing.
You know what my partner says? He says there's some people who can hear things and see things that others can't.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Maybe you're one of those people. Let's get you down to that clinic.
Some kind of curse.
Sure. Well, talk to the nurse about it. I'm sure they'll have something that can help you.
And he drops the knife to the floor and sinks to his knees and puts his hands over his ears. Just make it stop.
All right. Let's see if we can make that stop. Let's get some distance on it. I think that's a good thing to try to do. All right, I'm going to just go over. He's right by the window, right? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to say, okay, we're coming down. The lady and the kids are going to be out the front maybe before me.
So you told her to get the kids from the back and take them out the front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then I say, you're doing the right thing, Peter. You're doing the right thing. Let's go. You get up.
He's now just sobbing and...
You cover your ears if you have to. I'll be right behind you. Let's go.
It won't stop. It's inside my head.
Let's get you to that clinic. Think about that nice cool root beer. That refrigerated air.
He's kind of not listening to what you're saying, but I think maybe he's somehow sort of warmed to you, and he lets you lift him to his feet and take him to the door and down the stairs.
I'll give it a beat before, just to see if there's the kids or the woman are anywhere around lingering.
Yeah, you see them sort of run out the front door.
Yeah, perfect.
You glance back and you notice that the back garden appears to be on fire.
Oh no. Totally on fire? Like threatening the house on fire?
Not yet, but it looks like it will be soon. All that long grass where you threw your cigarette, you suddenly realise. I mean, it hasn't rained for weeks. It's a heat wave, and you just chucked your cigarette down a load of long grass. There's a big old blaze.
And unfortunately I've made that connection, haven't I? So
Yeah.
I think I look back and my eyes widen with horror and I go, okay, we're just going to walk out. We're just going to walk out right now, but we're going to be real fast because I think we may have a problem behind us.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going. It's real hot.
So hot. Hotter than ever.
And I'll just get him through to the front.
And as he gets to the front door, you see two of the other two. There were another two officers, a couple of patrol cars. They run up and they grab him, sort of take him by one arm each. His hands are still over his ears, and he sort of doesn't struggle that much. They grab him, and Peggy runs up to him and says, Peter, what's going on? What's happened to you? And but by this point, he's kind of lost all power of speech.
It's all right, miss. Just stay there. Stay there. All right. Now, do you have any other weapons on you, sir? Do you have any other weapons? I'm going to have to search you. Do you mind?
See, he doesn't really seem like he's even responding to you.
I'll start going through his pockets, just as gently as I can.
No weapons.
All right. Green, we got to get this guy over to my car. One of you needs to come with me.
Sure thing, Detective.
Is it going to be you or is it going to be Piper?
I'll come with you.
Piper, you got your car?
Yeah.
Don't know how you can stand working with him, Green. Crazy.
I know, yeah. Well, he's a man of few words, thankfully.
At least yes is in the vocabulary.
What's that?
Pretty sure. Can you imagine what Steele would say?
Oh, boy, yeah.
Wouldn't hear the end of it.
So the two officers are shoving him in the back of your car?
I'm going to get Green to drive me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go in the back of the car with Carter.
Cool. So, two questions for you. What are you going to do about you going to mention the fire to anyone?
Yeah, I'm going to make a call. 47. So we don't have. We have radio. We've got radios.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
they'll have a radio in their car, right?
Yeah, I think there'll be radios in the cars rather than on you. I think.
Yeah. Would there be? Will there be a telephone, basically? So I think I will. Ms. Wheeler.
That was my second question. What are you going to do with her?
We've got a fire out back. Where's the nearest phone?
Oh, there's a phone box on the corner.
Okay, we're going to be taking him back to the precinct.
Can I come with him? I'm so worried.
No, ma'am. I'm afraid to. We're
Please, I might be able to.
Ooh, protocol wise, is she? What's the law on that?
Well, whether you can take her.
Can we take her back in the car with it?
Oh yeah, I don't think there's anything against you having someone in the police car with you.
I mean, it's 47. She's a blonde. How good looking is she?
Yeah, she's pretty good looking.
Yeah. I'm thinking she's a.
I mean, you might not want her in the same car as him, I guess, but.
Why don't you go with Potter? Not Potter. Piper will take you. Harry's not here. He's busy tonight. I mean, this afternoon, this morning. This is still the morning.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I gotta get to that phone box, and I just start running to the phone box. Go with Piper, and I run, searching for a dime, a nickel.
Okay, so she gets in the car with Piper. Carter gets put in the car, cuffed, and put in a car with your car with Green. The crowd start dispersing as you make it to the phone box and call the station.
I'm going to call the fire station.
Fire station, fine.
In fact, actually, I might be able to operate it, right? 47.
Operator, what number, please?
My name's Detective Ferrari. I need to get the Queen's 37th fire station, closest one here. I've got a raging fire in the backyard.
Sure thing. That would be.
My badge number is 147014.
I'll patch that through. And you make the call. That's done.
And I slam the receiver down. I go, Jesus Christ, Bright! I'm gonna. If you're tucked up in bed with your wife, and then I'm gonna sprint back.
Great.
I feel really bad about this because there might be evidence as well. So I'm going to dash back into the building. Is it getting to the house?
It looks like the house probably will be okay as long as the fire brigade turn up in the next 10 minutes.
Well, them's the breaks.
Yeah.
I do think about the rooms up above. I think he's the key. Like whatever I might have missed. But then I just sprint back out to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Taking my jacket off as I go, soaked in sweat.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And I throw open the back seat and I say, all right, Green, let's go.
Okay, so you set off. The roads are a bit clearer now, so you make it back to the precinct fairly quickly. I think you take Carter to booking. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It is now.
Yeah. And Peggy Wheeler's still sort of hanging around. She says, what's going to happen to him?
I offer her a cigarette, and I look too much like a priest in that moment. I think I'm turning the charm on, but I'm not. My tie's a mess. I've got grass on my forehead. And I say, I think we need to get a doctor to look at him.
Yeah.
Did he serve?
No.
Do you know people who did?
Well, yeah, sure, we all did.
Sure. He's not involved with anything to do with narcotics, is he?
No, never. He smokes. He has a few drinks when we go out, to the nightclubs.
Sure, well, that's not going to kill him.
No.
Okay, and he's been acting strange for these last couple of days, right? Looks like he hasn't slept.
Yeah, ever since Friday night when we got back from the jazz club.
I get a notepad out. Oh yeah, which jazz club was this?
Oh, I can't remember. We've been to so many, these past few weeks.
No, you like to dance, huh?
Yeah, sure I do. And he likes the music, or he did. But yeah, ever since Friday, I guess I only just made the connection. But it was a god awful noise that night.
Some kind of European music?
No, it was jazz, but not like you know it, not like you heard it before. Like they didn't know what notes they were playing, just trying to get higher and higher. Does that make any sense? It's like a whining horns.
Sure. Okay.
And that seems to be what he carried on hearing, but I don't understand.
That's what he said, the horns. Yeah, he did say that, the horns. He mentioned it. Do you remember the name of this club?
Oh, no, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'll try and remember for you, but,
You went a few places that night, huh?
Yeah, we went to a couple of places, and we'd been out early in the week, and I get it mixed up.
Well, Officer Green will take your statement.
Okay.
And you take your time and see what you can. Get a glass of lemonade.
All right. Just make sure he's okay. He's a real sweet guy.
Sure thing, Peggy, sure thing. I mean, Miss Wheeler. And then I'll bust on through.
In your mommy's arms you're sleeping, and soon